99% of strangers that don't even know this family. And I'll be honest, I probably read about 10, and that was enough to know that is why I don't read comments. There's people making judgments, they're making assumptions, they're sending terrible messages, wishing death upon strangers that they truly know next to zero about.
Will y'all just let Naya Rivera rest in peace? Cause why the hell y'all still trying to dig up old news? And why now? Because it was this harmless post by her ex, Ryan Dorsey, that got people talking about how he's still hitching his wagon with Nickayla Rivera, Naya's sister. I was seeing folks saying it's weird. One fan said she asked her husband and sister if they would have done the same thing, and they both looked disgusted. And then there was this internet user. I don't even have the words. So I'm gonna use what I have to remind y'all why Nickayla moved in with Naya's ex. Let's rewind real quick. July 8, 2020, Naya Rivera tragically drowns at Lake Peru while out on a boating trip with her son Josie. The world is shocked and heartbroken. July 13, 2020, her body is recovered and it's confirmed she died saving Josie. She pushed him onto a boat before the currents took her under. September 2020, boom, paparazzi catch Nickayla moving into Ryan Dorsey's crib. Social media loses it. Now, in most cases, when a widow, or ex in this case, gets real close with the deceased family, people get all sentimental, talking about, oh, they helping each other heal. But nah, when it came to Nickayla, folks was ready to throw hands. This is so wrong. Since when do you have to live with someone in order to be actively involved in raising a child? This doesn't seem right at all. If there is more to this than meets the eye, then this is gross and incestuous. The comments was straight up brutal. But see, for every "this ain't right" tweet, there was another one saying, y'all don't understand grief. It makes sense, to be honest. They connect through the grief of losing Naya and their love for Josie. It's unconventional for sure, but if it's good for Josie, then that's what matters. She's being an active aunt. God bless her for being there for her sister's son. Who cares? Better the sister than some random chick. The sister will love that little boy as if it was her own. And then Nickayla herself jumped in the chat, basically telling everybody to mind their business and stay out of her grief. Alright, so let's set the record straight. First off, Ryan Dorsey himself came forward talking about how Josie was struggling bad after losing his mama. Like, how do you even explain to a 5-year-old that his mommy's gone forever?
If my son were to grow up or be a teenager or especially an adult, and he would do this to some strangers on social media or in real life, I'm not really worried about that because I know that would never happen because he's a sweet, smart, caring, sweetest soul of a young man who at the age of 5 is having to grow up so fast and grow up like so many of us didn't have to without his mother.
Ryan was trying to hold it together, but he was drowning in grief and single parent struggles. And then that's when Nickayla stepped up. Now, according to Ryan, it wasn't no messy business going on. They was just trying to raise Josie in a stable, loving environment. That's it. No freaky business. No new couple nonsense. Just family taking care of family. But of course, the internet still wasn't trying to hear none of that. But over time, folks start calming down and actually using their brains. Because once people really thought about it, the math started mathing. Even some celebs came out in support, saying grief bonds people in ways we don't understand. I mean, imagine losing your best friend, your sister, and your support system overnight. Wouldn't you want to be close to the one person who loved her as much as you did? Now, let's be real clear. Nickayla and Naya wasn't just sisters. They were best friends. In this picture, that's little Nickayla showing her older sister some love. If you peep their old interviews, you'd see how much they had love for each other. Nickayla would have been talking about how much she looked up to Naya, and Naya would always brag about how proud she was of her little sis. So it really ain't surprising that Nickayla would step up for Naya's son like he was her own. She wasn't just his auntie. She was a piece of his mama still there. And that's why Ryan and Nickayla still live together today. Ryan recently shared updates on Josie a couple of weeks ago. And that is what brought the jobless folks that was talking smack about their choice to be together for the kid. Y'all gotta remember, Josie ain't even 10 years old yet. So forgive Nickayla and Ryan for surrounding him with love and giving him a stable family to look at and support system for him to fall on when he inevitably starts understanding what it means to lose his mama that young. It's too healthy for the haters, too homely for the salty. Let's leave the foolishness with 2024. It's a new year, and I'ma cut y'all some slack. Did it look wild at first? Yes. Was the outrage understandable? Kinda. Did people jump the gun without knowing the full story? Absolutely. But it's been 5 years, and God knows this is what Naya would have wanted for Josie. Love, stability, and a family around him. But what do y'all think? Do you think Nickayla moving in with Ryan was messy or necessary? If you lost a sibling, would you do the same thing for their child? And why y'all think the internet love to assume the worst before knowing the truth? Drop them thoughts in the comments.